Hey, it's Dave Brown here, host of Now with Dave Brown on AMI. Check out this latest highlight from the show. Ramya, stay right there, because Megan Gilmore has a question for you, myself, and Nazreen, all about some of the odd disability interactions we have with the general public.
Right. So I had an odd interaction recently. I told my parents, and my dad said, you need to talk about that on the show. So shout out to Mr. Gilmore.
Mr. G.
Today. Mr. G. Yeah, that's actually what his students used to call him. So yeah, my latest odd interaction, I'll just tell you guys and then hear your stories. I was walking with a friend a couple of weeks ago. We're just taking an evening stroll, along the canal, and then we went out to her neighborhood. And a gentleman, kind guy, walked up to us. First, he asked my friend, "Hey, is your friend blind?" Because I had my cane out. But I restrained myself from snarkily saying, "Yes, but I'm not deaf." And we started interacting with him because he seemed nice and lovely. And he asked me a question I have never been asked before. I did not have a mental cue card to help me, had to come up with my response on the spot. Asked me very intently, "So does this mean you know echolocation?"
Oh.
And no one has ever asked me this before. And then I was awkwardly trying to explain that not everybody does echolocation, and it's actually quite controversial, but some people are really into it. And what made me laugh even more is that earlier that morning, I'd been with a friend and I was reading a book to her to her infant actually, about narwhals. And the narwhal was like, "I'm a narwhal, I use echolocation." And then hours later, this guy was like, "Do you use echolocation?" And I was like, "I am not a narwhal."
I am not. Okay, all right. I think Megan set the table pretty good right there. Nazreen, what is the oddest disability-related question that you're encountering with the general public?
Oh, for sure. So I got this question years ago. And to this day, I got this question a couple of times. It wasn't the first time, but my disability was very visible. I had a patch over my eye and I had a procedure done. And one lady came up to me and said, "Do you pray enough?" So,
oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I got this question a couple of times, and basically her saying that if you pray, if you're close to God, that won't be a problem. And so she's like, you need to pray more and it will all go away. She turned to my mom and was like, "It looks like you don't pray either."
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh man! Oh boy! That's like, we're laughing about it now, but that's emotional. That's emotional damage right there. Oh,
Nothing makes me angrier. Nothing makes me angrier.
Oh my gosh! I think laughing's the only reaction you can have to that one at this point. I'm so sorry, Nazreen. Ramya, what about you? Who's told you to pray the disability away?
Oh, a lot of people. I'm not going to start shouting out neighborhoods in Toronto, but there was one neighborhood I lived in where, honest to God, it was a good day if I could leave the house to go grocery shopping without somebody grabbing my hand to pray with me. It was ridiculous.
Oh no.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. I really just started screaming, "Don't touch me." Like, it was really bad.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, the question we get asked most often is like, how did you become blind? But the way that people ask that general question has always shocked me. Sometimes people say, "What happened to you? What went wrong with you? When did you get into an accident?"
Yeah.
Like, it's just so many preconceived notions of how I went blind. But I have to say, aside from the questions that people ask, it's the physical interactions that scare me the most. Like, I've had people, while I'm in the middle of going downstairs, pick up my cane for me, like the end of my cane that I'm using as tactile feedback, to start navigating me with the horizontal cane. And other people who've said to me, "You don't need to use a cane. I think you can navigate perfectly fine without that."
Oh gosh.
Like, no, I promise you, I'm only navigating perfectly fine because of my cane.
Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, you guys all have really significant and sincere ones. The one that gets
we need
me,
a whole segment.
Yeah, the one that gets me, the one that gets me to this day is, because I try to explain to people that I'm legally blind, not totally blind. So the follow-up question is, so what can you see? And I'm like, I see what I see. I don't know how to answer that question. Still working on a good response for that one. I also got a lot of comments about my raccoon tan, my sunglasses tan that I keep year round. But as Nisreen said, this is another story for another day. We are fresh out of time. Ramya, Nisreen, Megan, all y'all, have a nice day. Hopefully nobody tries to pray for you too much today. Do you want to dive into more conversations like this? Watch Now with Dave Brown weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern on AMI-TV or download the podcasts wherever you listen. Do you want to dive into more conversations like this? Watch Now with Dave Brown weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern on AMI-TV or download the podcasts wherever you listen.